Jayson Tatum kind of dropped 54 points tonight and got the W. So let's talk about it, I guess, because where do we start? He shot 16 of 30 from the field, 8 of 15 from 3, and hit 14 out of his 17 free throw attempts. Raw numbers, efficiency, everything looks great here. I watched this game, and there's something ethereal about watching two elite level NBA talents just duke it out 1v1. And but don't get me wrong, this was absolutely a team win from the Celtics. Everyone pitched in. Robert Williams played well. He had 5 blocks. Marcus Smart was doing a good job at running the offense. Jaylen Brown was also the wingman that he normally is too. Al Horford was playing some tremendous defense against Kyrie Irving for a couple of possessions in the third quarter, and it's just everything came together for the Celtics, but it was all centered around Jayson Tatum and how he completely took over this game. And it was in the third quarter actually where I started paying more attention to what he was doing. There was at some point in the third quarter where Jayson Tatum, had 31 total points and was scoring and assisting on, I think, 17 straight points at one point. There was a lot of things that Jayson Tatum was doing on the floor, and he was incredible just all game long. And it was really fun to watch because, well, first of all, for me personally, I don't watch a lot of Celtics games. I don't know. I just never catch myself tuning into those games. But this was the only game on at the time, so I finally sat down. I had some time to watch it, and I could not have chosen a better game to actually start watching the Celtics, which kind of makes me, after seeing today's performance and realizing what this team could be at full strength, when everyone is playing together, when everyone's playing their exact role. Jayson Tatum's having generational games at the age of, 24? Like, he just got his 4th 50-point game at the age of 24. And he just tied Larry Bird for number 1 on the Celtics leaderboards. Doris Burke on the broadcast, I believe, said that Larry Bird was 32 when he got his 4th 50-piece. And yeah, Jayson Tatum's 24 and he already has his. And Celtics Twitter they were kind of going crazy. And honestly, I do not blame them because, yeah, the dude can hoop. He can hoop, and he was also playing defense on KD. I think if the Celtics, going forward, I think if the Celtics want a chance at anything, Jayson Tatum has to keep making sure that he is pushing the agenda. And Jaylen Brown is good, don't get me wrong, but I think at this point, we all know that the ball needs to be in Jayson Tatum's hands. And granted, Jaylen Brown is definitely coming back from injury, and he's still working back in and all that. So that's fine. That's perfectly fine. And Jayson Tatum has noticed that and took the responsibility to step up tonight. Frankly, I had a great time watching. StatMuse just put out a picture of Jayson Tatum and then changed their profile picture to Jayson Tatum. And they were like, yeah, this is an experience. And I was like, yeah, I'm having a good time. I am someone who gravitates toward people that are multifaceted and have different faces to their games. Jayson Tatum showed me that while he is a 50-point elite level scorer, he finished with 54 by the way. While he was showing me that, he was also showing me that his defense has taken a stride. It wasn't necessarily something that I was taking notice of earlier. I'd heard good things about his defense. I heard that he wasn't like a slacker or a pushover or anything. And it makes sense because, he has a really good frame. He's 6'8", he's lean. He really worked out on his body and he made sure that he was, getting a lot better at taking contact. There was one play, oh my God, there was one play in the fourth quarter. It was around 2 or 3 minutes left. It was an ISO. It looked like he got around his defender. It looked like he had lost the dribble. And then it was I swear to God, it looked like it was on a string. He looked like that ball should not be in his possession, but he reached out, he brought it back, and then again, that added weight, that added muscle, he went up for that lay and he got it to fall. And that actually made me scream. I was sitting down here watching the game and he did the pull back on the dribble. He got the ball back into his possession. I got up out of my seat and I was like, oh my God, Jayson Tatum's really doing this. He's actually out there just dropping buckets every single possession. And it's always something special to watch because he has a knack for getting into the flow of the game. I want to bring up The Office because Michael Scott in the episode in season 1 where it was the basketball episode where the warehouse and the office were about to hoop against each other. Michael Scott said something that actually makes sense. It was basketball is more like jazz, football is more like rock and roll, right? Which is true. Basketball is a game of rhythm. It's a game of flow. It's a game of runs. You have to get into a certain zone in order to play it properly for an extended period of time, especially given how back and forth the nature of basketball is. Jayson Tatum's game, you look at him and you realize that he is just so naturally built for basketball. You know, from the little things, from the way that he brings the ball up so effortless, so nonchalantly, to the way that he executes his dribble moves and his size ups on the perimeter. He doesn't feel rushed. It looks like people press him, but it looks like he's always in control. And I think that's the most important part, is that he has now gotten to the point in his career where he is confident enough to know that he can score on any and everybody, and he's acting like it. And this game was no different. Jayson Tatum killed everyone on the Nets. No matter who they threw at him. Bruce Brown was having a game, and it was a lot, right? It was a lot. But Jayson Tatum he showed everyone. That's all he did. He just showed everyone what was up, and that was that, man. Also, by the way, there's something about him and the Nets, because out of their last 6 meetings between the Nets and the Celtics, Jayson Tatum has scored 30 points in 4 of them. So yeah, there's something here with the Nets, and he takes it kind of personally. Although the other 2 times that he didn't score 30, he scored under 20, which was weird. Regardless, that man was hooping out today, man. Also, on the other side, I know this was a Tatum episode, KD also hit 25,000 points. So shout out to KD for that. Everyone's proud of you. Good work. But yeah, Jayson Tatum, man. Story of the day.